Multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marvel Mondays. We are back from our week hiatus, so let's get things rolling. I'm pretty stoked about our little topics today. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a fun conversation. But before we get started, thank you to the one person on the audience right now. Thank you so much. But if you're going to be joining in a moment...
Thank you, one person!
Feel free to share us out to your friends and family. Get them in here. Y'all could start a conversation. Let us know what y'all's thoughts are on the comments, or if you think that we are just full of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's what our the Hulk last episode did. He was like, "Yeah, fuck Moon Knight. That shit sucks. This and that." But he actually was commenting on and was like, "Yeah, no, but this would be my listing." It gave an extra opinion that's not within the panel itself. But like I said, just hit that like button, bring in people, share this out. That way we could... oh, shit. We got our first comment. Hold on, let me... All right, we got Rusty Shackleford. I actually know who that is. Says, "Hola,
my God.
Mexican Morty." Hey, what's up, Rusty? How you doing, man? It's nice to have a comment on there. Appreciate it. But let's get this shit rolling. Let's see. Let me bring up the Daily Bugle bulletin board real quick. All right. So So as you could see right there, we have our topics for today. So we have a few things. I actually didn't get to add one because it got shown right as we were, what's it called? As I finished making this damn board, so I didn't have time to revise it. But new releases, we got Ms. Marvel coming out on the 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, June 8th. This month, so this Wednesday, and obviously new release comics on Wednesdays. The highlights of that new releases, I don't know why, but there's a Fortnite X Marvel Zero War #1. They're starting up to do the synergy crossovers from the movies and the comics, so there's the Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor release, issue #1, Legion of X #2, Martyrs issue #3, The Savage Avengers new run, issue #2, the new run on The Amazing Spider-Man #3, Thor #26, and Venom #8. So those are the new... Oh, shut up. Don't bring that shit in here.
Don't bring it up. Don't start.
Do you see how fast that shit triggers me? It's like out of impulse. I just hear something like that and it's just... instantly. But
Stupid.
yeah.
Y'all haters.
What? No, that thing was
Freaking Morbin.
Yeah, we're haters. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Morbin that made a whopping fucking $82,000 at the box office this Friday. They thought they could.
No,
They thought
it
they
made
could.
300,000
No, 300 million or billion.
per day.
No, but like that thing, they thought they could ride on the meme of that, and they just no, they couldn't. I forgot to put that as a topic, man. That would have taken the whole 2
Yeah,
hours.
we could have talked about that.
Yeah.
Just all the memes. Just like go through all the memes that the people have done with it.
But yeah, so moving on. So we also got the news. We got reports. Oh shit! I had my sources and everything, but we did get a few rumors and reports. Like, it seems that the Fantastic Four director, it was done by I think it was Collider, one of their quote unquote investigative reporters. Found out that apparently Feige wanted to do a similar tactic on the Fantastic Four movie as he did with Doctor Strange. So instead of making it like a normal Marvel movie where he's kind of there calling the shots and doing everything like that, he kind of, it seems based on that report that he actually wants to start kind of being just in the background, and he wants to give basically full control to the directors too. He just says, here's a piece of paper, paint within these borders, do whatever you want. So that's based on the report. Hopefully it's true in my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you guys, Mr. Oyman, my co-host, do you like the idea of that, or do you think there could be some repercussions? Oh shit, he's not even in here.
Is that even there? Oh.
Oh man, fucking hell.
Oh, no.
Awesome.
Way to go.
All right, but actually,
He's back.
since he was not here,
I'm back.
all right, give me a second. Actually, where are my manners? Oh man, I went all forward, started reading the comment, and then I realized I didn't even introduce a panel. I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? How are y'all today?
Do it.
Mr. Oyman, how are you
Hey.
doing?
Hey.
I'm doing great. Just fantastic. Turn off my headset, so we're free balling now. We'll see how it goes.
Ah, shit. What about you, Johnny boy? You doing all right?
I'm doing great. Just another day here at Marvel Mondays. Getting ready to talk your ear off
All right.
with my opinions.
And what about you, JT? You ready to bring your A game to the table? Sounds like you
Yes, I am. And I am really, really excited for Miss CA's take on Kevin Feige. I've heard it
God.
yesterday, and it's going to blow you guys' mind. So get ready.
All right. Well,
I say.
speaking of Miss Cap, I can't wait to hear your take. You think you're ready for the challenge?
What a plug in. Yeah, I went on a rant yesterday, and he just happened to be nearby. See what you guys think about my ideas.
Okay.
All right, we're looking forward to. And Slucious, nice to have you again. You
Hey.
what's it called? You got some ranting to do today or no?
Just hanging and banging. So.
All right, all right.
Bing,
No.
bing.
Didn't wake up and chose violence, right? No violence today.
No violence to that.
That's violence.
All right, Mr. Oyman, my co-host. Did you happen to hear what I was talking about before? I realized that I was
I
a
didn't.
shit ass host and didn't bring in my panel.
What were you talking about?
Just you read the quote unquote like the rumors about how Fantastic Four, how Kevin Feige wants to handle it, didn't you?
Yeah, he wants it to be a big director, so he doesn't have to be as hands-on. He can kind of leave it up to kind of like he did with Sam Raimi.
Yeah, exactly. So you're on board. How do you feel about that? Do you think that that's a good call, or do you think there could be some pretty bad consequences?
I mean, I was thinking about it, and he says he wants a big-name director. I don't really know what that means. You got someone like Spielberg. That's a little bit too big of a name, in my
Michael
opinion.
Bay.
Oh God.
McAfee.
No.
Explosions.
I'm still holding out that he'll let John Krasinski direct it, even though he's more of a known as an actor than a director, but he is starting to become a household name as a director due to The Quiet Place. So, I mean, if he doesn't end up getting the directing gig on that, that's fine. Whoever he gets, I am kind of looking forward to it. Makes sense though. He's got 12 projects he's running on all simultaneously, but I am kind of thinking that he's still gonna a close thumb on how Fantastic Four is turning out and making sure it still ties into the rest of the MCU and all that.
All right, so Slucious said Michael Bay, but I actually have someone in mind that would be so much better. And what the fuck? Anyways, it's so much better than Michael Bay. Like, hear me out. Especially after that just mind-blowing, beautiful movie known as Old that came out last year. We should totally have M. Night Shyamalan direct the movie.
Okay.
M. Night
Even entertain
Shyamalan.
that.
No. Wait.
Anyway.
I love that meme.
AJ Abrams.
Yeah, but other than that, the only other news is for our comic book readers out there. And actually, no, he had his hand in some of the MCU projects that came out, like the TV shows and such. Joe Quesada leaves Marvel after like 20-something years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know he stepped down as editor-in-chief maybe, what was it, like 5 years ago or something like that. I can't remember the exact date, but I know he was editor-in-chief from basically like 2000 all the way up to maybe like, I don't know, for a while, at least probably a decade. And under his watch, there was a lot of stuff that came out, like the Ultimate Universe, the Marvel Knights, and of course big events like Civil War, Secret Invasion, my favorite, The Annihilation run, everything like that. A lot of good storylines came out from while he was basically calling the shots. So he did put a tweet out there that was kind of like a nice bittersweet to say thanks for the support and such like that. But we do appreciate, Mr. Quesada, what you did for Marvel and the television department too, because he was usually a producer in those as well. But other than that, the only other news I could see was that I Am Groot actually got a release date. Those little shorts. They're gonna be streaming on August 10th. Isn't that like the same day?
It's a week before
Shrek comes out. Oh, a week. Okay. But yeah, no. Are you guys any hype for that?
I'll check them out. I'm sure they'll be
Yeah.
good.
Cute.
I'm not expecting much,
I don't
honestly, but
I
what
didn't
were you
even
saying?
know it was coming out like that, so I was just like, okay.
Do you think that they're still doing like one short per week, or it'll be a couple at a time? Or?
No. Usually they release all the shorts at once. At least they did for like the Scrat Tales on with the Ice Age ones and a few other ones. Since they're each usually only a few minutes long, so I don't think they want to make people wait a whole week just for Plus, it like you said, it's the week before Shrek Hulk, and what's it called? Yeah, it's a week before there, so I doubt they want to make it run concurrent. I mean, they're already going to be running into that issue this week with Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't caught up on Obi-Wan yet.
Yeah. So without further,
Probably gonna wait till it's all out.
all right. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and go get started with our topic, of course. So I mean, Miss Cap, it sounded like you had
I do not want to start. Don't start.
Come on. I don't know. JT made it seem.
Yeah.
JT
You
has
should.
too
You
much.
should.
I'm not
You
sorry.
should. We'll feed off of you, okay? So just go for it. Show us your ideas.
Show me what you got.
It's either that or JT. I mean, one of you guys has to go first, since you guys got me stoked. You guys got me curious onto what you guys got under that man.
JT.
That noggin.
All right, fine. I'll go first.
Yeah.
All right. So if I woke up as Kevin Feige, the first thing I would do is I think I would keep all the projective projects, because that'd be too much for me to handle, like doing everything else. But I will go back in time. I will go back in time and I will
What?
try to put Black Widow in between 2016 and 2018, because that movie sucked balls. Okay, that movie sucked.
Yeah.
Because the reason why is because it was out of place in the MCU. It should have been done right after Civil War, right?
Yeah.
And it should have been more like a origin story, not like a more like a continuity issue, like after thing. I think that it should be like the origin of how Black Widow became who she is. She's supposed to have a lot of action, a lot of like espionage thrillers, Winter Soldier type vibe, but no. It was right after Endgame, and they just threw it out there. And if I was him, I would kind of reevaluate, her presence on screen, like her fan favorite. Like a lot of guys like her because of a figure, and she's a badass. And I would go back to the drawing board and make a Black Widow movie, great, cool, effective, and put it between 2016 and 2018 in phase 2, because like putting it after Endgame doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Well, it don't.
Yeah.
It only makes sense to introduce new Black Widow, but yeah, I get 100% get what you're saying. It's kind of
just watch it in between Infinity War and Civil War. That's what I do.
No, it's the principle.
No,
It's the principle.
Yes,
It's the principle.
Time, Kevin Feige doesn't have the powers of King the Conqueror. For the Time Stone.
But I think it was still, though, if I was Kevin Feige back in the day, I would do that, because I think Black Widow is a powerful female character within the MCU, and I think that this would be a great female story, first female movie than Captain Marvel, which was kind of crap. So
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
to be fair though, Feige did try to get Black Widow made much sooner. It was Ike Perlman, the CEO of Disney, who was like, "Oh, female superhero movies don't make money." And that's why it took them so long to even get. That's why it took them so long to even get Captain Marvel out.
Well, to be fair, I mean, Black Widow didn't even make that much money.
no.
Yeah.
Still got a lot of learning to do.
They saw how Wonder Woman did, and they're like, "Oh shit, maybe we could do a female superhero movie."
No, we don't talk about
They
that.
should have waited till they seen Wonder Woman 1984, and then they probably would have backed up.
Okay, we don't talk about 84. We talk about the first one.
It's a package deal.
I thought this was a Marvel podcast.
The first one made money, whether you guys liked it or not. The second one didn't, but the first one did make a lot of money.
All right,
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah.
That's why Black
I have one
Yes.
question for you though. You just wake up and you're just like, oh man, You don't even question that you're Kevin Feige. You just wake up straight as butt ass naked, get out of bed, and go back in time.
Yes, I would do that because I think as of right now, the MCU is kind of in great hands. I mean, as we discussed in previous episodes, all Phase 4 is leading to the Secret Wars, and so I have no problem with what they're doing, but I am just angry and frustrated that Black Widow came out after Endgame and after seeing all the crappy stunts in that movie, and we know that she dies. I'm like, this movie should not be present. It should be back in the past. So, I'll take this time stone, go back in time, force the CEO of Disney, hey, listen, this is gonna be a badass movie. Put the movie right after Civil War, and it's gonna be so much popular. And then by the time Endgame comes, we can appreciate her sacrifice in that movie instead of being a joke in Black Widow, since we know that she dies anyway. So, yes.
Spoiler alert.
Anything else, or basically
Yeah,
just
agree.
the Black Widow rant?
The Black plus, Captain Marvel was a waste of time. I mean, that movie was trash. So,
Oh damn! Going straight for the jugular.
She's
there.
my hero.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You're not wrong.
I ain't gonna disagree with you there, but damn, I'm glad he went first. I mean, damn, he's bringing the heat.
Yeah.
yes. All I can say is this: Marvel doesn't know how to capture the female empowerment that DC does when it comes to its female characters. Marvel has a lot of work to
Wonder
do.
Woman.
Marvel has a lot of work to do in the female empowerment character department. They messed up with Captain Marvel and they messed up with Black Widow. And they need to get their act together because a lot of guys watch Marvel movies for the females. And Scarlett Johansson did a great job as Black Widow.
I don't know about
And
that.
it's just, anyway.
Come on.
JT just
We're
started
all little
off so like
pervs.
JT just started off like
Widow
so.
before ScarJo.
He started off so like normal, and then he just came in and was
motherfucker?
Basically insulted all of us. We're like, yeah, we just want to see that nice leather tail.
it's like he walked up and said, "Captain Marvel."
Shut it down!
Over here, like guy named Gordon Ramsay, man. He cooking
The
with
Marvel.
fire,
Shut it down.
Look.
You set the bar
cooking
so
with
high.
oil and fire, just everywhere.
Any
Jeez.
Marvel project with the word Marvel in the title. Shut it down.
Yep.
Uh,
Man,
I'm
man.
so glad. I'm so glad it went first. Oh man, it feels
It's
so much
water.
better.
I feel
Cool off.
But at least that's a little productive. See, like, I mean, I was thinking like quite the opposite of doing. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me paint the scene again. All right, so you're sleeping. You're in your sleep. You see this weird tunnel. Actually, we'll save Mrs. Cat. Gotta go a little bit. Cause she sounded. If that's what JT was like, mine is mild compared to hers.
I don't know. You're ready for mine.
Then we
Oh,
need a break. Let's go to you, Mr. Joe Star. So again, you're
Oh, okay.
dreaming.
So we're
you're
gonna
dreaming.
go. Okay.
You're dreaming. You're up there. You're just minding your own business in your sleep, and then you get teleported into his body, and then you just.
The song.
And then you become Kevin Feige.
Oh my gosh, what happened? Probably shouldn't have drank that bottle of vodka yesterday. Oh shit, where am I?
I don't know, but you
Oh,
wake
man.
up and there's like 5 chicks in your bed because you're rolling in the fucking money and you're
Oh
just,
yes, yes.
But
I would definitely
no, so,
see. Okay, like if I literally woke up like that, definitely, and I realized who I was, and the first thing I would do would be like see if I actually still exist, and see if I can like just throw all this money into my bank account so that if I ever do switch back, I at least have his dough. Okay? Because,
Oh,
like,
shit.
you guys are thinking small. You guys are thinking small. Like, you have to, like,
Big picture.
yeah, big picture. Like, he's going to be okay. Just because he, like, you know, has, like, 5 million missing. Like, it's gonna be okay, you know.
Damn. So we
And
we
then
were
like
just
afterwards,
wondering about
definitely like,
projects, and you're over here stealing
yeah,
people's
dude.
money and shit.
Hey, man, you
His
asked
net worth is
me.
200 million.
Oh my god. Yeah, see, definitely, I would definitely just skim off the little bit off the top, and then if it's actually going to like just shows and movies and all that stuff, yeah, definitely. As you guys already know how I am, I like cartoons, so I would definitely see if I could like anything that's like a like Hitmonkey and all that stuff. Like I would definitely want to push that more into the MCU. Like with Disney, even though they're like, no, that's like a bad idea. I'd be like, fuck you, I'm Kevin Feige. Like you suck this dick, and then like just definitely just make whatever I really want, which it would have to be the oh man, I keep thinking about it and it just escapes my head. The one with like Blade and
Midnight
Ghost
Suns?
Rider.
Mm.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would want to make like a little bit like of an adult era for like Marvel, which is like Marvel Zombies, um, the Suns, and the basically anything that has to do like with Hitmonkey and like Deadpool. Definitely keep it like from the G-rated area because like I think we've had enough. Okay,
Yeah, we have.
we
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
we have had enough, people. Like I am
That's
sick
what?
and tired of like
Cutesy
seeing
shit,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, like dude, please just give me something that I could just look forward to. Like even this
Exactly. Yeah.
Doctor Strange was like pretty in the middle. Like they actually show him like take an eyeball out, which is cool. But at the same time, like it's not like yeah, he like chained him up and like he ripped them all in like 6 pieces. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's put a little bit of adult stuff. I was about to say adultery. But you know what? Screw it, adultery. Put some adultery in it. I don't care, man.
This isn't Spider-Man.
Everybody's
This isn't Spider-Man.
so. Oh yeah. So definitely just more adult stuff. But I mean, if I am gonna go into the kid thing, like I would definitely push like the reboot for like 90s X-Men to come back and like just be really well made. So
Okay.
hopefully like with stuff like it would kind of grow. So definitely I would push projects like that throughout like whatever I can, but definitely transfer a lot of money to like my real self if I knew that I was going to go back to my old body and see if I can seduce Scarlett Johansson
I mean,
and
honestly, dude, I wouldn't
Mhm.
recommend putting it into your own bank account. I would like see about getting that in like
like a
Bitcoin or
Swiss,
something.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
just thinking that too. I was like
they'll just
Swiss
straight up
bank
track you
account or something.
down. They'll. I mean, even
Yeah.
though he's $220 million or so, he's gonna be like, "What? I lost $5 million. I can't live anymore."
Screw it, dude. I'll do that. I'll do a check for cash. Like I don't care, man. I'll just like
Cashier's
let's
check.
go.
That's a whole lot of cashier's
But-
check right there, man. Like
Hell yeah.
$900 increments all the way to 5 million. You're gonna have like
Yeah.
30.
Screw it.
Shit, more than 30.
I mean, like, what do you got to do? Like, just give like $1,000 to like the clerk and be like, hey, shut up, and then like just move on with your day.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, definitely. Like I said, like just with projects like that, definitely I would just try to keep the MCU more into the 17 and above kind of like stuff. I wouldn't really go back to like kids things because like we already have too much kids stuff. Like I mean, even kind of like if I did have to dumb it down, like I don't know if you guys ever seen Chippendale.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was like good middle stuff, and they did have some
Mhm.
adult jokes, but
They
it
did,
was
yeah.
good. It was a good middle. So definitely, I would kind of keep it like if I wanted to, bring it down a notch, like I would keep it at that level. But that's just another day in the life of Mr. Feige.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So let's get you, Miss Cap. Let's get you in the ringer over here. Kind of interested
Oh,
to hear
man.
Oh man.
what this take is.
So, I woke up as Kevin Feige. All right. So, I'll be in a man's body. That would just be completely weird. Gotta say it. I'm the only one here. I gotta say it. Just be weird waking up in a man's body, okay? Other than that, I head of Marvel. Okay, he has made some decisions that kind of wishy-washy, and I kind of want to make some things straight, or should I say, not so straight. I'm talking about how Marvel is going in the future with their queer representation. Now, I have talked to JT about this, and it's just like with like Loki per se, like with season 2 coming out pretty soon, and how they have talked about, or how Loki had like kind of confirmed that he like he was bi, and it was kind of like, okay, that's cool. I know from the comics and other excuse me resources, like he goes between male form, women form in between, and honestly, I kind of wish, and if I was him, I would explore that because that's something that's in the comics. That's something that's even in the Norse mythology as well. And I kind of want to see what we can take with that. And honestly, I kind of want to see where that goes. It's like one of the things I really want to push. So they kind of like brushed it aside. We're just like, oh yeah, we have representation here, and it's just like a random extra that says like, oh, I lost my boyfriend in the in the snap, and you're just like, that's it. Like, so I'm like really pushing. Like, I would be like, all right, we need to get this right. We need to do it correctly, and get it out into future. I'm not even going to talk about the past because I feel like I'm going to get a little angry with that.
Well, so
But,
like a shit or get out of the pot type situation. Like either do it fully or don't do it at all.
Yes, do it. Like, do it good. Do it correctly, or just don't mention it at all. Like, don't be like, oh, we're gonna hint it here, and you guys like if you know the comics, you're like, oh yeah, I see that. But if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't over the edge and be like, oh, it's for your own interpretation. No, 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 no. I don't want interpretation. I want to see it.
Don't play with
I
my
want to
emotions.
see it happen. The thing with like America Chavez and like with her Multiverse of Madness, she had like the Progress Pride pin on her, like with no mention of like her background. I was like, dude, if you're going to introduce a character, and I really hope further on they actually do, like just do it. Like it's there. You have the source material. Use that source material. Like, it just takes me. If I was Kevin Feige, I'd be all right. How are we going to do this, and how are we going to do it correctly?
Jeez.
That's my tame version.
It's gonna be okay, Cap. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Breathe. Take it back.
I know. Just like this is something that like irritates me. Like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Like, don't be like, oh, a little bit of both. Okay, and then you end up, kissing your clone who happens to be the opposite sex. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of weird to me. No, everybody kind of overlooks it just because it's like a chick, and they forget that it's still technically Loki. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It comes off weird.
I don't want to talk.
I'm saying-
I don't want to talk about it. I don't
I
want
know
to talk
it's
about
like
that.
if
He fell in love
Okay.
with himself. That's kind of conceited.
Well, he is
Or-
It's
Loki.
masturbation.
okay. Or the
I
fact
I mean,
that-
when you looked at
That's
good,
exactly what that is.
It is
I mean,
Loki.
or the can we talk about the fact that she is the only female Loki out of all the variations that he had. There's only one female Loki.
We don't know that though. There
Believe
could be other
that.
female ones.
I mean, there was
just
only
didn't-
one
just didn't
alligator
cause
as
any-
We
well.
saw so many different versions, and we're telling me that just her.
Yeah, we need
We don't know
alligator.
that there
We need
aren't
more
any other
alligator
female
representation
Lokis.
too. There was only one alligator.
alligator. Yeah, I want more alligator representation.
Probably the others.
I-
Those are the
I-
only ones that
I
cause
second the
branches,
notion
though,
on that
or
because he was the
nexus
best.
events.
Love that little dude.
All right. Anything else, Miss Cat?
If I go through my second part, we'll be here for a while. But,
Go into the
uh,
second part. I mean, we only got this one topic this week, so the new releases and news took a lot
So-
less time than I thought. So go for it. Just
So, Cap,
let it rip.
Cap. Like I have to ask.
Yeah.
So like you're saying that you just want them to just be straightforward about them of their sexuality? Is that what you want?
Yes, I think if they're straightforward about like
So
who
you just want
who they
somebody to be like, "You're gay," and like you're like, "Yes, I am.
yeah,
I love it."
just say it, just like I am, and
Okay.
actually show it, and like not in like a weird way,
Oh man.
just like a hinting way, like actually put it out there. Don't say like, oh yeah, I'm gay, and then
I
like,
get what
not
you're
show
meaning.
it.
You cannot get,
I would
I guess
actually-
you guys didn't
I
see
can understand
Eternals.
that. I can understand that.
I
I can
guess-
understand that 100%. But it's not gonna happen.
Did
You
Did
know
you guys
why?
not see Eternals? Dude kissed
It's-
his husband.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
In Eternal.
but it's
then-
still
but
it's still
no, I mean
even
it's still
it was only in basically like one scene more or
one
less, so
scene.
it did feel more like it
But,
was
like-
more to
And
be
it was
used as a
never
marketing
mentioned
ploy.
again.
It feels
Oh.
more like it's used for a marketing ploy than an actual genuine like
No,
this is
but
a part
if
of
you're
his
saying,
character.
Like, if you want them to lean into their homosexuality, wouldn't that just be like making it more like drawing unnecessary attention to it when these are supposed to be about comic book superheroes?
No, I mean,
Yes.
Not if it's
Okay, I was
you
thinking
could
about that.
you could do it naturally. I mean, just look at like
It's
let's say some of the video
natural.
games like
I
Last
think
of
they
Us
are
2
gonna
and such.
get to that. They're
like-
they're not quite there yet, but they're gonna get that.
Like Last
they'll
of
have
Us-
a-
Yeah.
Last of Us
my
1
dream.
and Last of Us 1
Like-
or Death Stranding and such. There's some characters in there that turn out to be gay and what's it called? They don't use it as a marketing ploy. They don't do it as like
Yeah,
in
it's
your
just
face.
normal.
It
Yeah.
feels like it's
Straight
actually
normal.
a part of them the same way being straight would be the term. Being straight would be a part of you. It doesn't define who you are. It's not completely in your face, but it's also not used as like a marketing thing. It comes off more natural when you do it right. And I guess that's what more
Yeah.
Miss Cap is doing. She's saying it just feels whenever they're doing it
Like-
right now, it feels more like, oh shit, we forgot to do it. Let's just shove this one scene where he kisses a dude and call it a day, and we'll give ourselves a pat in the back.
But I didn't see
Yeah.
it like that at all. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
no.
a guy who had like he was basically given up on humanity originally, and then he changed his outlook on like having a family and everything. And they just to me it felt natural. Like it wouldn't have been any different if he had a wife and son.
Well, yeah,
Just
but
had him have another
that's also
husband. They didn't
one
make a big
example
deal
out
about
of
it.
how many that they've been trying to gear up for the past like 4
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
I mean, like they kind of did it a bit subtle, even with like Doctor Strange, because like, I mean, there was like the two moms for America, so
Right,
like,
America.
Yeah, and they didn't make a big deal out of that.
But they didn't make
Yeah,
a big deal.
yeah.
They disappeared, and it's just like, oh, I didn't never
Well,
mention.
I know
It's
that
like,
they're gonna. I mean, they're obviously gonna have
the gay
America
black
find
hole.
out. The next story is gonna be.
Ah, jeez,
You got
pause.
sucked in. You
That
don't
was
deserve
setting
to
up
be
a
in this
story.
universe.
that's why I'm hoping, like in the future, like if I was Kevin Feige and I'm like planning like what's gonna happen next, I should be like, we should be clear about these certain things if we're going to do it right.
All right.
Shut it down.
So then this part, let's shut that down because there was a part 2. There was a part 2. I don't know what the part 2 is. I
Oh.
feel like we got this point through already.
What was the part 2?
My
What's the
part
part two?
is more of a personal thing, personal preference, but it's more about Captain America. Same deal. But it's just pretty sure. Now this is just me. This is my opinion. Steve Rogers is bi. Now I have
What?
several instances in each of the movies, each of the Captain America movies, that show this. Now, again, personal opinion and personal reasons, but I don't know. It's something that I've been looking at and like time I watch the movies and like thinking about it and all this stuff. I'm like, it could have been canon, but it definitely is hinted at.
I just feel
And
like
that's why I'm like pushing out.
I feel like he was just really good friends with Bucky, and that was the last part of him that was still alive from World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his
Yes, he
childhood
was
friend.
good friends with Bucky.
I didn't see any mounds around there.
No, they were like he was
You
more like
can't
Really
a
tell
platonic.
me
yeah, he was like
that-
a brother. He was like a brother to him.
That loyalty, though. 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 That loyalty, though.
But like,
I don't
I
think
have a
it's
best
not
friend that I
just
talk to like that. Like,
brother.
he's my best
Yeah,
friend, and I say,
I
I love
mean-
you, bro, and like,
Yeah,
says
they're
I love you
BFFs.
back.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like it's much more deeper than that.
If anything,
honestly.
there may be underlying homosexual tensions between Sam and Bucky, but definitely not Steve and Bucky.
Yeah, Stephen Bucky, I've always seen it as just like that's basically his brother, the guy who took care of him, and then when he
Yeah.
got frozen and came back, he's really
I
clinging
see
on
it in a
to
different way.
Bucky because
Bucky's
he's the only
person he could relate to.
yeah, he's the only person who understands who he is because they're both the only people left from that era. Everyone else is
Yeah.
like 70 years mentally wise
Yes.
different.
Kind of see that in a different way. I see that as this loyalty, this like that friendship, and that brotherhood, but also love that comes from that, and that's just from from like the first movie where he like he goes into enemy lines against the breaking the rules of where he needed to be just to go see if Bucky was alive, like.
I mean,
Or
I would
like
do that for
getting rid
Mr.
of the shield just for him. I don't know. I just feel like there's more than just that.
I would do that for Mr. Oyman, but that don't mean I want to do butt stuff with them. No,
I'm not
sorry,
gonna
Mr.
lie.
Oyman.
This is maybe
I'm
just
glad
like
you
a
posted
fantasy thing. It's like a
Oh, man,
fantasy.
we're reaching
girl.
4chan.
You're going into it.
Are you on
This is
Instagram?
like, oh,
I
we're
guarantee
we're
you
getting
there's
underneath
a
cap
Steve
right now.
Bucky porno out there.
We're getting
Alright,
underneath
no,
the right here.
enough.
What?
No Rule
Let's do it
34
now.
stuff. No Rule 34.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, like, okay. Like, but here's the real thing though. Is just like there can be like bro love. There is such a thing as bro
Oh
love.
yeah, there's
okay?
so much thing as a bro love. I completely agree.
All right.
But
Like
well,
I
the
said,
way we
my opinion and my
Yeah, it's totally
impressions
cool.
of watching these
Yeah, that's
movies
cool.
over and over
All right.
again.
Well, we're getting a
Just
little
how
bit too
it
off
fits.
straight because this is nowhere near even with the topic. We're not even messing around with projects anymore.
Well, it was a part of my topic. That's for sure.
It's like
No, she was talking about it. If she would be Kevin Feige, she would make like a romantic relationship with like Cap and Winter Soldier. Hey,
I don't
bro,
think
you
that.
want
Make
to
it more clearly. Make
do
it
some
clear.
squats with me? Let's go. I meet you.
Beautiful.
It's just two
You know there's-
Chads
you know there's
respecting
deviant
each
art
other.
for this stuff too.
But anyways, all right. So
Lucius.
All right. Who's
yeah,
next?
Lucius, what's your what would you do?
Alrighty.
Cap, you're
okay.
good though. That was good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
good.
I think
do-
we went
do
off
love
the
your-
rails
those
at the
ideas. I
end
love
there,
it.
but
Yeah.
your first part is definitely a good shot.
Okay.
Who's wheezing?
Sorry. Sorry.
Oh man, that just got me. That oh man, oh man, we got JT started now. We got JT started.
God.
Shut this
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
Going on?
You need stuff to
I
go on.
wheezed.
All right,
I
back,
wheeze. I'm
let's
sorry.
bring it back.
The weed kicking in. The weed's kicking in.
Let's bring it back. Let's reel it back in. All right. So Lucius, back to serious. Let's get serious.
Yeah. Let's get serious.
Let's get serious. All right, Lucius. What would be your take? What you wake up, you look in the mirror, you realize you have a receding hairline and a double chin, and you're a white dude now. What do you do?
So, in Click, when he wakes up fat, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm a fat man." That's how it would be like. It's not all bad because I'm a rich white man, so no more living in fear. No more living in fear.
We all know what you would do first. So you'd go to his bathroom and then wipe yourself with like 20.
Just take a big old shit.
Yeah,
Just
and
take
wipe
a
your
big old
wipe your ass
nasty
with like a
size.
24 karat
Yeah.
toilet paper roll or something. I don't know what rich people
Yeah.
use as toilet paper.
Sounds painful.
I don't know. I mean, it's soft. I mean, you could eat 24 karat gold leaves or shit like that. I don't know what rich people do. I'm not that bougie, but let's go back to you, Solution. So you're Kevin Feige.
Some
Gucci.
imported jungle leaves from the rainforest. I don't know.
All right, but project wise,
From the Garden of Eden.
let's kick it back into gear. Let's show the audience what they came for.
After getting over the shock of being fat, white, But rich. He looks like he
Oh my
drives a
God.
Subaru, by the way. I get a phone call, and they're like, "What are we gonna do? We got the next board meeting coming up. What are you gonna say?" And I would say, "Fuck off! I'm gonna go jump off a building from all the stress."
Jeez, God. What?
But then I would contemplate, and then
We do not condone suicide here
No,
at
no, no, no.
Screen
No,
Crusaders.
No, we don't. We do
All right.
we
not.
do not.
Lucius, though. Let's just get to the point, though. We're steering too far in between each one of these, so let's reel it back in. What would you do project wise?
So I would say, and I was telling you this earlier. I would say let's dial up the action, please. Let's have more like martial arts, like fighting choreography driven projects
Ooh.
that showcase that.
Oh yeah.
Because the action in like most of these Marvel movies is it's lacking. It's just a big dumb CGI crap fest.
True that. Iron Fist.
And I'm tired of watching it. You know?
Oh yeah, Iron Fist. That'd be pretty cool.
Shang-Chi, and it's like it's not like Mortal Kombat. Like it's not like the '90s Mortal Kombat. It's not Old Boy. It's not like like any of those martial arts movies. Not even like Daredevil. Like,
dude, and I haven't like a good like kung fu movie in like so long.
I mean,
other than like right now.
Fist,
yeah. I mean, like, oh god, let's not talk about that. There was hardly any kung fu in that crap. But no, like I totally agree with that because, like, I mean, I would like to see some definitely.
That's an art, like that's an art in itself.
Yeah, even for Blade, I bet you anything
especially
Blade.
The shows need more action. I think.
Yeah,
like this isn't just fantasy stuff. People actually do this.
Yeah, and even imagine like Blade. I doubt they're gonna get that like cool like choreography fight like it did in the first film.
Yeah, they're not gonna have it.
I mean, he probably is still gonna be cool, but I doubt they're gonna have that like you said, like hand-to-hand type combat as good as that type of stuff. I feel like it is lacking in that department.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes was awesome.
Yeah, like let's just stop. Like let's stop with the She-Hulk. Stop with the Captain Marvel. No one cares about that. Honestly, no one cares unless they live in the state of California.
So you're saying
$1 billion say otherwise.
You're saying that yeah,
Trump card.
Let's see Captain Marvel 2. Let's see Captain Marvel 2 make that type of money again. I bet you it's going to be a Wonder Woman 1984.
Please no.
But what's it called? So Lucius, you're saying get rid of Captain Marvel, get rid of like She-Hulk. What would you replace it with?
Ooh.
Just have some badass fighting stuff. For crying out loud. Like, this is
but
like,
what characters is gonna some characters are gonna have to fill that hole. What would you put in there?
Fill that hole.
Here's the thing, like you can keep them, like you can keep like the Captain Marvel, you can keep like all that stuff. Like if you want to push female heroes, like do that. That's fine. Have them be badass. Stop watering them down. You know, like have them fight again with that martial arts driven action. Have that. Let's do Iron Fist again. Let's just like get these like street level heroes back going instead of all like the fantasy stuff.
Okay, so you would say dial it back down.
It's oversaturated with.
You're saying less regular superhero action type stuff and just. You would cancel a lot of those and just replace them with like a Marvel Knights line type of deal with those street level heroes?
Wouldn't replace it. Just like create a whole new line of that. Just like a whole new series.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was saying about the Suns.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying about the Suns because like I mean they're veering off into this whole like other thing where they're just a little too overpowered. Like you're just kind of like I get what you're saying. Like you're trying to. Go back to basics, like where it's like Spider-Man when he just barely started. Like I mean, it's just freaking Daredevil, Punisher, Blade. You got like all these other Ghost Rider.
Because personally, it doesn't impress me seeing like a whole like big giant green screen fight with energy blasts going off and stuff. Well, I miss
that's the majority of the
bare
comics,
knuckle fighting brutality like. stuff. That's what I want. And you can have both. I'm not saying one has to replace the other.
Like Cable versus Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but budget says otherwise.
No,
You had to prioritize one, and that's why I was asking if you would replace it with that, or if you would just wait like a few years after the current slate is done, and make it to where those take place after, or would you fast track them?
Works. It's fine. I'm just saying, like, I would like to see it happen, if it takes a long time.
Okay.
Well, you're Kevin Feige. You're supposed to do whatever the hell you want. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige
Gotta get
minus
amped.
$5 million.
Oh,
It could happen. Push the action.
Yeah, it can happen.
Story more action.
All right. Well, if that is it, we'll move on to you, Mr. Oyman. Let's hear what your thoughts are. I feel like you're not gonna take it either way or the other. I feel like you're gonna be pretty level-headed unless you surprise me.
Yes.
All right, so hear me out. So I wake up as Kevin Feige. Now, first thing I do, make love to my beautiful wife, Caitlin.
Okay.
Right there. She deserves it, right? Now, I get Amy Pascal on the phone.
Oh, Jesus.
Now just hear me out. We are going to be rebranding the MCU as the Morbius Cinematic Universe. We're going to be
Oh God.
pushing Morbius projects forward. Morbius 2 and 3 are going to be greenlit. Morbius is going to be the central character with all MCU projects moving forward. He's going to be what ties them all together. Now, you know how we don't have Robert Downey Jr. anymore? Jared Leto is now going to be the face of the MCU.
Bullshit.
God.
Now,
Yeah.
Amy Pascal, they know that they have something on their hands, right? Like, maybe the first Morbius didn't do that well. All you can do is go up. You can only go up from there. We can only improve on it.
No.
Yeah,
Morbius.
Wait.
Morbius is going to be the character that ties not just the Spider-Man character into all the other MCU movies. He's going to be the primary character in... He's going to be what kicks off Secret Wars. He's going to be what kicks off Midnight Suns.
He causes the
Turtles
incursion.
Oh, why'd you have to bring that up?
Honestly, Mr. Oyman, you might be onto something. I mean, Vulture did get
It will
pulled
be
into
Morbin time, I'm telling you.
Vulture did get pulled into Morbius's world, and that could cause an incursion based on the info we were given then. Ah, shit. Morbius is a villain.
Now,
Oh,
obviously, don't get the same
no.
writers and director. Listen, hear me out. I'm not saying that you get the same writers and director, but Morbius has the potential to be the next Iron Man. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So,
That's
so
on,
hear me
Kevin
out.
Feige.
that's on some shit.
So hear me out, guys. So we have an animated, MCU-driven, homosexual Morbius who does hand-to-hand combat fighting, and it'll get everybody's. And he'll say it's Morbin time.
Practical
and,
effects.
yeah,
No
I mean-
stupid misty smoke effect coming off of them. Make it
I mean,
all right.
Okay.
that combines basically everybody's idea, and he goes back in time and gets rid of Black Widow too. He does it all, man. He gets every idea.
I keep Black Widow. As Kevin Feige, I keep Black Widow. In fact, I bring her back. When Steve goes to return the Soul Stone, he trades it for ScarJo's life. She comes back as Natasha. She and Morbius
Played by
will be
you,
the
obviously.
two leading forces. Natasha Romanoff and Morbius will be the two leading faces of the MCU.
Mr. Oyman.
Here's the thing. I wasn't talking about getting rid of Black Widow. I was talking about the movie itself should have been much more
in a different time. Yeah.
Yes, you know, it was like in line in between phase 2, but we got at phase 3.
All right.
It was
All right, so
boring.
we're not getting rid of it. So we'll go a Morbius that goes back in time to search for Spock. I mean, no, he goes back to search for when to put. He goes back to search for when to put Black Widow, and that's our movie. And man, you're onto something, Mr. Oyman. And Black Widow is played by you.
Actors would come back as a villain. So you had Matt Smith. Now we get David Tennant instead of playing Kilgrave.
Oh man.
Kilgrave. You'll have Christopher Eccleston come back as Dark Elf. Whatever his name was.
Jesus.
Malekith comes back.
And they all have
I'm
to
telling
fight Howard Duck. Howard the
It'll
Duck.
make a more $1 billion.
Honestly, Mr.
$4
Oyman,
billion.
I'll prove it. I'll prove it
Chaoticness.
if you play Black Widow. I wish I would have known we were talking about Black Widow, and I would have
wake up
gotten
as
that.
Kevin Feige. How can I do that? I'll cast Jonathan Luce, who will actually be, I guess, Kevin Feige in my body. So.
Yeah, even then, you could play him as Kevin Feige. I mean, you got that. I wish I had that picture of you in that Black Widow outfit.
I'd rather bring ScarJo back. Or if
no.
anything, just give Florence Pugh a bigger role.
Trust me, as soon as I saw
give
you,
her her own Black Widow.
as soon as I saw you at the Halloween store in that Black Widow thing, I said, "That's our Black Widow." There you go, irreplaceable.
Maybe multiverse Black Widow.
No, mainstay. We're killing off. Oh, she's already dead in the mainstay universe, so we'll bring you from Earth 823 or whatever that.
Yeah.
838.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Black Widow, but I would still push Florence Pugh as having a bigger role as well moving forward. Her and Jared Leto will be the faces of the Morbius cinematic universe.
Is that really your take, Mr. Oyman?
Yep.
All right, good news, guys.
In fact, my name's no longer Mr. Oyman. It's now Morbius Oyman.
All right, panel.
All right.
There's some good news for y'all, panel. So it looks like I got an opening for a co-host available. Who wants that?
Damn, why you gotta do me like that?
No, that's all good
I'll be
stuff.
honest. Okay. No jokes aside. I'll be honest. If I woke up as Kevin Feige, I would probably maybe retool. Think about like recasting Black Panther, because I don't think just having T'Challa written out is a good idea. To be honest, he's a character that means a lot to a lot of people. I think you should just recast him instead of just like writing him out.
Well, and
they
they
make
said
all
that
the other characters in Black Panther a thing without T'Challa involved.
Yeah, I agree.
Who would you replace him with, though? Who would you replace him with?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I would do a casting call with a casting director. I mean, there's bound to be a lot of good actors out there. I mean, I don't have anyone specific in mind. Maybe John David Washington could be good, but that's just like, I wouldn't know until I see a bunch of auditions and be like, okay, there's our replacement. But it's not like nobody else could be Black Panther.
Yeah, like
I just kind of thought it would be like what's that dude from Thor? Who's Heimdall?
Idris Elba.
Yes. Do you think he would have been a good Black Panther?
He's kind of already been in too many comic book things. I would rather get someone fresh.
Someone fresh, someone new.
Especially he's already in the MCU too. He's coming back.
That's true.
I agree with that, because I don't know. It just feels weird because they said they weren't going to kill him off, and they said they weren't going to recast. Excuse me.
And they're not going to use CGI.
Yeah, and they're not going to use CGI, so it puts it in a weird spot to where it's like, well, then what is the character going to be doing? Like, I get that you want to respect the actor, but honestly, I'm pretty sure the actor would have wanted the legacy of that character to keep going.
Yeah,
and it's going to feel weird having these events and such like that happen, and he's just off on vacation or something. Who knows what they're going to do with them? I guess we'll find out in November of this year. Is it still November?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yes, it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I know they switch release dates with Marvels and Ant-Man, but I think Wakanda Forever is still coming out.
Don't tell Disney, though, because then they'll probably stick like a Hispanic dude as a Black Panther.
Watch they do that. Watch they do some shit. They make him white.
No. I did hear the rumor of Namor being Hispanic, and he's like Aztec or some shit like that. I don't know.
No. They're gonna get Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
Chalamet?
Yeah, Chalamet, whatever.
I would also push She-Hulk. I would delay it to next year. It needs more work on the CGI. I mean, I'm sure it'll look fine by the time it comes out, but I don't want it to look fine. I'd rather it look really good. I would probably...
I would have just canceled that project.
No. We need a She-Hulk. I think she's a great character.
No, that's cool, but I was saying like...
don't even know the She-Hulk character. There's a lot of potential with the She-Hulk character.
But like, wouldn't it be cooler? Wouldn't it be cooler if they just made a movie out of it, though? Like, I mean, and they kind of joined together, and then they fought like the Red Hulk or something. Oh, well, that's true. That's true.
The Falcon Winter Soldier show is spinning off into a Captain America 4.
Yeah, but I think he's meaning like I think he's meaning like a movie first, and not the show.
No, because I like the idea of what they're doing with it being like a legal comedy. That's literally what She-Hulk is. So I think the direction they're taking, I'm fine with. I just think it needs more time to work on the CGI. Okay, you can play your shit all you
Make her
want.
look like her.
She's super veiny.
Well, she's never been super veiny. I don't know where you guys are getting.
No, she has. She
I
has.
feel like y'all saw one piece of
Yeah.
artwork and you're like, that's what you need.
No, she was.
Y'all literally don't read the comics. It's
She
kinda
was.
funny, to be honest.
Dude,
Puta-
I've read
or
the-
Mr.
I read
Oyman,
the Red Hulk
you're
comics.
actually wrong. There in the comics more recently. She has actually been
Yeah, more
hulked out
recent.
and veiny,
More
and she
recent,
looks
bro.
like Hulk
You
with the
gotta
wig.
get to that point. Just like, okay, I also would bring back Rage Hulk. They do need to bring back Rage Hulk. I agree with that. Definitely need to bring back Rage Hulk. World War Hulk can happen. I think that I would put some more
Ooh.
focus on
Don't
that.
get my hopes up.
Put more focus on that. Less focus on Echo and House of Harkness. Maybe I would start looking ahead to what they might do with Guardians after Volume 3 comes out because they're gonna have a new team. So start looking at what they're gonna do for Guardians. I mean, this is all stuff Kevin Feige's already doing, so it's not really like. I mean, it's kind of hard to say what you would do as Kevin Feige. I mean, I'm just curious to see how it's all going to play out. So, but
Okay.
I would recast T'Challa, and I would push She-Hulk, and well, yeah, that's more
she's
recent
Miss
though. I'm
Olympia.
saying
That's-
you can get her to that part. You just don't start off with that because that's not how she starts off in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh man, my
That's
mic
more
wasn't
recent.
even on. So
Characters been
as I
around
said,
since-
my mic wasn't even on. But as I said, that looked pretty veiny
Yeah.
to me. But
You gotta build up the sweat so you can see the veins.
well, I don't think they'll ever go that. I don't think they'll ever go that route because that version was not very
Who's to say
popular.
that we won't see her like that? Y'all are like already jumping the gun a bit. Like, yeah, if the show comes out and we never see a big veiny muscular She-Hulk, like she's not like that all the time. It's like with Hulk, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. It's the same with Jennifer.
Right.
No, she's kind of capped though, isn't she? She doesn't have the full strength he does and all that because she only has a fraction of his like
it's half of
Yeah,
his-
yeah.
yeah. She never
Which is why
reaches
she can-
Hulk levels.
Which is why she can be more manageable, I guess, in Hulk form. I guess they're kind of doing that with him right now too, with him being Smart Hulk. and all.
Unfortunately.
Man, they made
Yeah.
Hulk
Don't worry,
She-Hulk
they'll
before
bring back
She-Hulk.
Rage Hulk. They'll bring back Rage Hulk.
I actually would agree that they shouldn't, instead of making a She-Hulk show, just make it like I guess you could call it Planet Hulk, even though we got that storyline.
Yes.
But like, literally make
Yeah.
it just a bunch of different
Don't you
versions
play with my
of Hulks.
feelings?
Like have She-Hulk be a part of it, and since they're gonna have to run into legal issues and such like that, still have her do her. She could bring the comedy to it, but it could revolve around like Hulk just like losing it for some reason, unknown reason right now.
Becomes
And
alpha again.
General Ross
Might
is
still do
like,
that.
General Ross is
They
like,
do,
holy shit, we
they
need
do
to
a world
stop the Hulk.
Secretary Ross now.
We need to stop the Hulk. So let's he makes himself into Red Hulk and shit goes sideways
Play
with him
my
too.
feelings.
And then A-Bomb gets in there, and then She-Hulk's
with my
like, well, if
feelings.
I'm gonna have to stop these guys, I'm gonna need to be on their level, and she becomes She-Hulk too.
Ooh.
But I don't know. That's just like right off off the top of my
Another-
head type of stuff.
Another project I would look
Yeah.
at.
But that's lame, right? No one wants to see that. Like, no one wants to watch that.
Wait,
shit,
let's
y'all,
let
right?
Mr. Oyman
Right,
talk.
guys?
Let's let Mr. Oyman
I was
talk.
just gonna say, well, I mean, y'all can do. I mean, after they get X-Men and everything introduced, I'd say that another project that'd be fun to go into would be the Starjammers. I'd like to see Starjammers at some point.
Oh, that's the guys in space, right? With Cyclops Dad and Chode or
Cyclops
whatever his name is.
And Roro's there. The guy looks like Polaris is there. There's a couple, but there's like a bunch of other cosmic characters too.
How do you say that green guy's name? Because it always looks like Chode to me.
Chod.
Chod, there you go. Every time I see it, I'm like, Chode?
Chode.
So
It just, I don't know.
Chad, but Chod. And then you got Corvus.
What was that?
Corvus
Okay.
is the guy who has the Blade of the Phoenix. He's an X-Men character.
Yeah, well, that sounds actually pretty fun. I would totally be up for Starjammers one. That sounds pretty freaking badass to me.
I guess we'll just have to see how they're. I mean, the problem with Marvel right now is like tripling the amount of projects they're doing, and the budget constraint is starting to show on a lot of it. They're having to spread their budget out instead of doing 2 or 3 movies where they can make each of them look really good. Now doing 10 projects a year.
Well, I don't see why they don't just up the budget being Disney, because you know that these things are gonna make their money back and then some, like tenfold.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Doctor Strange only was probably like what the regular $250 million, and it's almost. I think it just reached over
Almost made $1
$900.
billion.
Yeah, it's at $900 million as of this weekend. So it's like you could splurge a little bit extra.
I think it's a couple of things. It's both a timing thing and the fact that because of COVID, there's now like everyone there are a lot more CG artists, but there's also 10 times the amount of projects that require CG artists. So it's like all of them are working double time and they're not getting to spend the amount of time on. That's why like James Cameron took his sweet time with Avatar 2, because he doesn't want it to look. I mean, it still looks the exact same as the first one, but I mean, he doesn't want it to look.
They swim
superior.
now, but they swim. That's the whole point of the movie.
It's all just footage.
Oh man,
They swim now.
yeah, this is what the audience came for. Audience, if you're enjoying what you're hearing, hit that like button, man. Hit it. Come on in, join the comments.
Yeah, join in the conversation.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know when we're
here.
getting a little bit too rowdy. You've been like, hey, yo, what the hell are you guys doing?
I need validation. Come on.
Yeah, hold on. I would like to say one thing. In addition to my take as Kevin Feige, I would like to do a kind of like a cool Miles Morales movie. Like it's kind of similar to like the game of that came out on the PS4, like something to that effect of like cool visual specs, cool like hand-to-hand compact, but just like Lucius was talking about, and just like a cool origin story of Miles Morales as Spider-Man, and also either Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland come back in the fold to kind of help, the new guy kind of explore his powers. So that's something I would like to pitch about as Kevin Feige. But anyway, it's not my turn. But
like Spider-Verse, but live action.
yes, exactly.
I don't know. I like Spider-Verse how it is. I wouldn't want to just redo it in live action, but I do agree we do need a good Miles Morales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second one I'm looking forward to too, but that's Sony. I'll shit on Sony, but they still made Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Hey, that's their one thing they got going.
And Morbius. What are you talking about?
Oh god.
No.
Not 2, 1.
It comes out on DVD Blu-ray next week. I'm gonna be first in line to buy it.
Yeah, they made a great meme. They made a great meme, so let's credit them for that.
It's the first movie to bomb and then be re-released and bomb again. So we got that going. Wait, really?
Just fucking with.
Let me repeat that because the audience didn't hear. So we got because my mic was off again. So Super Daz Production says, look at the comments. What comments? There's no comments. There's only you saying, look at the comments. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
Hold on, Mexican Morty testing. Yeah, that's all I see.
You got what you want to talk about?
Yeah, what's on your mind, Super Daz Productions?
It's David.
Anyways, so me, I have a completely 100% original idea. So I wake up as Kevin Feige.
Okay.
I make
love to Caitlin.
Yeah, I make love to Caitlin, and then I get on the phone with Amy Pascal, and I decide I want to make a full Morbius cinematic universe with. No,
true MCU. Morbin time.
Like
Morbin cinematic universe.
It's Morbin time.
Why stop at cinematic? Shit, Morbin the flamethrower, Morbin the musical, Morbin the video game. We'll make that on the Nintendo DS. We'll make it on the PSP for you, Slucius. For anyone still playing on
Morb DS.
Disney Plus will now
Hey,
be called
PSP,
Morbius
we're going back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyone still gaming?
I have it, dude. It works.
Anyone gaming on a 2002 console or
PlayStation will be Morbius Station.
yeah, everything. Sell the rights. That's what's missing though. they knew that Spider-Man could go over to the MCU, but they held on to the gold mine, man. They Sony smart. They said we got you got a Hulk, you got a Spider-Man, an Iron Man, and a Captain America, but we got El Muerto and Morbius. That's all you ever
El
need.
Muerto.
So Super Dad says,
The
"See,
El Muerto force.
you bad. I can't join the convo. No, I don't mean like join the conversation in like the chat as in the panel. I'm talking about chat as in text, like comments. Anyway,
so we can read.
yeah, no,
Yes,
I'm trying to read over
please.
here. I got enough with these hooligans over here. I got a handful over here, man. They got me talking about a multiversal, musical.
Back to the Future.
Gay Morbius who goes back in time to look for Scarlett Johansson or something like that. I don't know.
El Muerto.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Look, I think I got the gist of the episode, didn't I?
Oh man.
And
Yeah. He
then
becomes
there's
like
and then-
Scarlett Johansson's
and
gay
then
best friend.
he fights
And
like
it's
a
oh,
overly-
fuck. Fantastic.
he fights
Let's
like
go.
he fights like a heavily
Intriguing.
muscular what's it called, a heavily muscular She-Hulk or something like that. I don't know. I you guys lost me after a certain
Mr.
point.
Vaney.
Oh, pause. Oh shit, veins? What?
I want
anyways,
extra veins.
anyways,
And not forget about the veins.
Yeah, don't forget about the maids.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to. I didn't know. I didn't know there would be this.
Fart?
I didn't know there would be this much pressure in waking up as Kevin Feige. I was just gonna keep it simple. I was gonna be like, okay, so I come over here and I tell him instead of Captain Marvel, let's make like a Nova, or let's put more budget on She-Hulk, stuff like that, man. And y'all just came out wild. I should have known it was gonna get crazy when JT came on. Usually he's quiet as a mouse, and then he came on and was like, he was just
Came
like
hard.
he came hard. He just like
That's what she said.
All over the face. Yeah. All over.
But yeah, no, like I said, I would personally, I would go around and kind of, it doesn't help that a lot of these characters are some of my more favorable or favorite characters in the Marvel comics and like other medias, but I would go around as Kevin Feige and just see what projects were kind of a miss and kind of work on those and kind of just redeem some of those characters, bring them back into the limelight and make them good, so that stuff like the Inhumans, Iron Fist, even Jessica Jones after season 2 and stuff like that, or some of those other characters that been done dirty, and even Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and just who was in charge? Mr. Oyman? Was it Ike? What's his face?
Perlmutter.
Perlmutter.
Now it's
So
JPEG.
I would basically do it as a big like screw you Perlmutter and just show him that everything that he touched with and ruined, that I could take it and make it go from D-list to like A-list and have people go in droves to go see my stuff, and that'd be like mine. Like, you took away from the fans and me the ability to use these characters or do them right, and you messed them up. I'm gonna show you how it's done and show you that I'm the better one over here.
Oh. I just wanted to rob him blind. Like, I mean.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll still take like I won't be as generous as you. I'd fucking do 15 million and just put in Dogecoin or whatever, and then cash it in on my own.
Dogecoin.
So I'm a sell myself an NFT, and that's how I'll launder the money.
Started.
I'll sell Kevin Feige a bored monkey ape, like Iron Man ape.
Yeah, board monkey.
Yeah, like
Go
a
Morbius monkey.
yeah Morbius monkey. There you go. I'll sell him a Morbius
Yeah.
monkey for 15 million, and then he'll wake up and be like, "Why do I have this Morbius monkey? And why is my account missing 15 million?" And it'd be a clean transaction. See Johnny boy, you gotta play it. You gotta play it smart, man. You gotta make it to
Yeah,
where
you
the
don't just
I
bring
guess
it
so.
direct to account. You got to do it in the NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the other rich people who are laundering their monies with NFTs.
Oh, well, there you go.
NFMs, non-fungible Morbiuses.
Ah, so that position for the new co-host is available. Just FYI, as of next episode, you could be the proud co-host of Marvel Mondays on the Screen Crusaders channel.
How about we call it Morbid Mondays?
No, that's why you're having to step down. That's why you're stepping down.
You are made of stupid.
All right. Well, that actually went on a little longer than I thought it was. We were over the 1 hour mark, so I'd like to let these guys go, finish the rest of their evening, and I personally need to go eat. So thanks again to everybody who came in and listened to us and commented on the thing today. Next time, bring a friend. Maybe you guys could go back and forth on the comments list. And as I mentioned earlier, if you haven't already and you are enjoying what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. But let's go ahead and just hear from our who's doing like the really creepy heavy breathing.
Who's doing that?
Horny
Is that Rachel?
breathing, like, who's
Is that John?
No.
It sounds like a serial killer's on the panel. Jeez.
Morbius.
Oh no, it's not Morbius. No, get out of here. All right. So thanks to the listeners and thanks to you guys, the awesome panel right here. I'll go from down up. So thank you, Slucius, for joining us in. Thank you, Miss Cap. Always a pleasure to have you, and you still are my co-host, Mr. Oyman. Don't believe anything I said.
Thank you.
Awesome. Just
Glad I could be of help.
awesome, great first start. Started off heated. Glad to hear your thoughts, but thank you for stopping by, Mr. JT. And as always, Mr. Johnny Joe Star, it's been a pleasure. But until next time, you guys have a fantastic week.
You know how much
Have a good
I
one, everyone.
sacrificed?
Good night.